What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Donald Trump just nuked Kamala Harris from orbit with an unending slew of just absolutely brutal videos from various families. I don't know what has gotten into the Trump campaign. Perhaps it was the, bringing back Corey Lewandowski. I'm not exactly sure, but this idea that Kamala Harris is like, well, somebody from Trump's staff pushed somebody or something like that while at Arlington National Cemetery. Everyone should, by the way, she wasn't there to honor the 13 families who lost their children that day at Abbey Gate, thanks to a disastrous Afghanistan withdrawal headed up by, of course, Sleepy Joe Biden. And Kamala Harris was one of the last people in the room. She loves to tell people that. She loves to tell people that she was one of the last people in the room. She was there. She was orchestrating everything, right? Well, Donald Trump just absolutely carpet bombed with these posts. Look at this. Look at this. Christie's Shamblin, mother-in-law, Sergeant, like every one of these parents recording a video. Some of them just absolutely brutal. Trump hits back with statement of support from some Gold Star families, like a dozen of them. Gold Star moms rebukes Trump's Arlington video. It makes me sick. One of them. So leave it to the media to find the one person. By the way, that person's not allowed to not like Trump, right? Trump issues statement from Gold Star families defending Arlington Cemetery visit, ripping Harris. The idea is that Kamala Harris made a huge mistake saying, Donald Trump was there for a political thing, right? Donald Trump was there at Arlington National Cemetery for political clout. And you know what? He probably was, at least some portion of it, right? 26 minutes ago, he released this video, okay?
Vice President Harris.
Vice President Harris.
Vice President Harris, my name is Steve Nakui. I'm the father of Lance Corporal Kareem M. Nakui.
My name is Jim McCollum. I am the Gold Star father of United States Marine Corps Lance Corporal Riley McCollum.
This is Mark Schmitz, Gold Star father of Marine Lance Corporal Jared Schmitz.
My name is Darren Hoover, and I'm the Gold Star father of United States Marine Corps Staff Sergeant Taylor Hoover.
My daughter-in-law, Sergeant Nicole Leanne G., was killed in the Afghanistan exit at Abbey Gate.
Our kids were murdered because of your administration.
You were not at Dover for the dignified transfer. And no time have you reached out to me to offer your condolences, to offer thank you for Kareem's sacrifice and service.
You have 13 families who have been waiting over 3 years to so much as get a phone call, to so much as hear our kids' names said aloud.
You failed for 3 years and 8 months to acknowledge our kids.
Where were you and Joe Biden on August 26, 2024? Nowhere near Arlington Cemetery. You couldn't be bothered to be with us or even say our kids' names, just as you had done for the last 3 years.
Vice President Harris, I ask you, why won't you return a call and explain to us how you call my daughter-in-law's death a success? President Trump has called. President Trump shows up. President Trump takes the time to hear our loved ones' stories.
We invited him to be there.
These are the only memories we get to make with our son, and it is you who is playing politics and trying to detract from our memories made that.
I mean, this is a huge F up. You see, Colin, the two biggest F ups in Harris' campaign, picking Tim Walz as VP and attacking Trump for accepting the invitation from Gold Star families. I mean, he is just absolutely hammering Kamala Harris. Imagine whoever thought this would be a good idea. By the way, this is 500,000 likes. Meet your neighbors if Kamala wins. And people are like, man, this is racist. What do you mean? It's true, right? And if you look at his thread, Darren Hoover, just nonstop videos after video after video, millions and millions of impressions, 7.7 million impressions, 14 million impressions, 5 million, 9 million. At 7.6 million. Perhaps the one that was the most brutal. This one, 14 million views. Here's Herman Lopez. 6 million views. 7 million views. I mean, could you even imagine thinking, boy, it was a good idea to go after Trump. And then the mainstream media thinking, hey, this is a good idea. There was some sort of, I don't even know what it was. There was some sort of kerfuffle that day. Someone got pushed. I don't even know. But nobody even knows the details. But the mainstream media was running all these like hit piece ops against Trump, saying like, oh, well, he brought disgrace upon our... Nobody even knows if it had anything to do with Trump. Nobody even knows if it has anything to do with Donald Trump. And like, this is perhaps Kamala's biggest mistake of the campaign. You know, and the fact that, you found Karen Meredith rebuked former President Donald Trump for posting a video wreath-laying ceremony. Okay. Why? Critics say the video is inappropriate and disrespectful to the more than 400,000 service members buried at that cemetery. Do you think so? I'd be curious to hear from my current and former military if you think that shining a light on these soldiers and those all who've fallen before them was disrespectful. Was it a campaign stunt? I could see how some people might say that, right? I think that I would accept, I don't know if Trump genuinely cares and this, that, and the other thing, but I can tell you what, Joe Biden wasn't there. He was sitting on a beach. Kamala Harris wasn't there. She was on a bus tour. Donald Trump was there. Donald Trump was invited to be there. And the fact that these idiots would think, I think it's a good idea to make a big deal about this. All you're doing is saying, hey, Donald Trump was there and our candidate wasn't there. You know what I mean? Like, it's the dumbest, idiotic thing. Here's another statement. Donald Trump's campaign issued a statement Sunday from Gold Star military families who invited him to Arlington National Cemetery as they defended a Republican presidential nominee and insisted that Vice President Kamala Harris is a candidate politicizing the fallen U.S. soldiers. Harris on Sunday accused Trump of staging a political stunt that's disrespectful on sacred ground. You didn't even show up. You could have not showed up. She's the one politicizing this. His campaign later distributed images of the visit despite the cemetery's prohibition on partisan activity on the grounds. President Trump was invited by us, the Gold Star family said, to attend the solemn ceremonies commemorating the 3-year anniversary of our children's deaths, said the relatives. He was there to honor their sacrifice, yet Vice President Harris has disgracefully twisted this moment into a political ploy. Gold Star families have lost loved ones in service. Trump laid wreaths on Monday in honor of Sergeant sorry if I'm mispronouncing any of these, Nicole G., Staff Sergeant Darren Hoover, Staff Sergeant Ryan Noss. They were there. They were among the 13 service members of more than 100 Afghans who lost their life on August 26, 2021 at Abbey Gate. Trump thanked the family members for their statement via social media. Thank you for saying you wanted me to stand with you and take pictures. That was your request, not mine, he wrote. Throughout the weekend, Trump has used his social media account to distribute video testimonials from some of the relatives who signed the statements. I mean, this one here is perhaps the most brutal. I saved it. It's got some spicy language, but like obviously one could expect it. Now look at Trump now holds a 4-point lead, at least according to Polymarket. We'll see how that goes. But just listen to some of what this father had to say.
This is Mark Schmitz, Gold Star father of Marine Lance Corporal Jared Schmitz. Here we are on a beautiful holiday weekend day. I got to stop what I'm doing, spending time with what's left of my family, to address a heinous, vile, and disgusting post put out by Kamala Harris, trying to incite those that don't follow the truth, that President Trump was in Arlington as a political stunt. Shows you how much you know about the 13 families. We invited him to be there.
Oops.
Groundwork was put into place by Congressman Ice's office to make sure we followed protocol. Why did we want Trump there? It wasn't to help his political campaign. We wanted a leader. That explains why you and Joe didn't get a call.
Oops.
Imagine for a second that your kid is killed, and there's a president of the United States willing to take you under his wing and listen to you. That's what we found in President Trump. Certainly not you, and certainly not Joe Biden. You have 13 families who have been waiting over 3 years to so much as get a phone call, to so much as hear our kids' names said aloud in the halls of Congress, at a State of the Union, hell, anything. The irony behind your post that you give a rat's ass about our military or our veterans, Jared's brothers and sisters in arms, the rest of the 12, their brothers and sisters in arms.
I mean, what were they thinking? What was Kamala Harris thinking? They're like, oh, Trump's doing this for political stunt. Do you think the parents care, even if that were true? Do you think the parents actually care? Let's say hypothetically that was true. He was there. You weren't there. I think it's absolutely, completely, hilariously moronic that they thought this was going to work. Remember this on November 5th. Remember, tell a friend to vote. Remember tailgatesfortrump.com. Sign up today. It's absolutely free. All I want to do is help Trump win. We'll talk to you again real soon.